1. Overview and background. Thomas Hardy's Jude the Obscure, 1895, is a stark critique of Victorian England's class divisions, religious hypocrisy, and the crushing gap between individual aspirations and societal constraints. The protagonist, Jude Fawley, is a stonemason from a poor background who dreams of studying at Oxford, represented as Christminster in the novel. However, his ambitions are repeatedly thwarted by his low social status, leading him into a spiral of despair and tragedy. The novel was highly controversial upon publication, drawing backlash for its unflinching portrayal of marriage, religion, and social injustice. The criticism was so severe that Hardy abandoned fiction and turned to poetry for the rest of his career. 2. Character analysis. 1. Jude Fawley, the symbol of broken dreams. Jude is an intellectually curious and self-taught young man who yearns for education. Despite teaching himself Latin and Greek, he is denied entry into Christminster due to his working-class origins. His tragedy is not just personal, but represents the fate of countless obscure individuals crushed by an unforgiving class system. 2. Sue Bridehead, the tormented free spirit. Sue, Jude's cousin and kindred spirit, defies traditional gender roles. She is intelligent, independent, and skeptical of marriage, yet societal pressures and her own internal conflicts lead her to self-destructive choices. Her character embodies the repressed struggles of Victorian women. 3. Arabella Dawn, the pragmatic manipulator. Arabella, Jude's first wife, is a sensual and opportunistic woman who traps him into marriage before abandoning him. She later reappears, disrupting Jude's life further, symbolizing the materialism and hypocrisy of society. 3. Key themes and literary significance. 1. Education and class barriers. Jude's intellectual gifts mean nothing in a world where Oxford is reserved for the elite. Hardy critiques the exclusivity of education, arguing that merit, not birthright, should determine opportunity. 2. The hypocrisy of marriage. Jude and Sue love each other, but reject conventional marriage, seeing it as an oppressive institution. Their unconventional relationship draws scorn, highlighting society's rigid moral codes. Hardy challenges the idea that marriage equals morality. 3. Religion and social hypocrisy. Christminster symbolizes the oppressive alliance of religion and academia. The church, meant to offer salvation, instead upholds the very prejudices that destroy Jude. Hardy exposes the cruelty of dogmatic institutions. 4. Fate versus human struggle. Jude fights relentlessly against his circumstances, but ultimately fails. His tragedy reflects Hardy's pessimistic worldview, yet Jude's defiance lends dignity to his suffering. 4. Legacy and modern relevance. Though initially scandalous, Jude the Obscure is now recognized as a masterpiece. Its themes, access to education, gender equality, and systemic oppression, remain strikingly relevant today. Hardy's unflinching realism forces readers to confront uncomfortable truths about society's failures. The novel asks how much has really changed for the obscure dreamers of the world. 5. Conclusion and elegy for the nameless. Jude the Obscure transcends one man's tragedy to expose the dark underbelly of an era. Jude and Sue's struggles mirror the silent battles of those erased by history. Hardy's novel is both a lament and a challenge, to build a world where dreams are not buried by birth or prejudice. Have we truly created a society that offers hope to the Judes of today? The book ends in despair, but its enduring power lies in its call for change. In an age where inequality persists, Jude the Obscure remains a necessary, if painful, mirror to hold up to the world.